Really? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tyrias the realest, back with another video. And today, I got a special message to my young kings out there. All the young men that's trying to self-improve and have self-love, have self-care, and become the best versions of themselves. If you already checked out the title of the video, you already know. The message today is reprogram your social media while practicing semen retention. Again, reprogram your social media while practicing semen retention. What do I mean by that? First and foremost, we need to take a deep dive into our social media while we're on this journey, guys. My kings, I need you to understand that the goal is to retain and practice semen retention. So the last thing that we want to do is relapse and fall short and, take some steps back, then we got to start all over again. And one of the things that is going to help us with moving forward and not moving backwards is reprogramming our social media. One of the reasons that we fell short to watching porn and losing our semen in the first place is because of social media. A lot of you guys don't understand that Instagram and TikTok creates algorithms based upon the things that you like. So, if you're always double tapping on, these voluptuous women, these girls that's out here twerking, these girls with the OnlyFans, these girls that's, bouncing on the screen and, they got the boobs right in front of the camera. You double tapping that, what's going to happen is Instagram and TikTok is now going to promote those things on your timeline. So you could be scrolling through your timeline, and as you're scrolling, a female's profile will pop up, and you probably, aren't even following her. You don't even know who she is, but because she's a part of that algorithm and she's promoting her body in a sexual way and she's promoting soft porn, then Instagram or TikTok is going to suggest that profile to you. See, once they find out what you like, guys, they enforce it. They keep pushing it in front of you, because now that they know what you like, they can shape your mind, based upon the things that you're always tapping into. Another thing is your explore page. Your explore page, everyone's explore page should tell you a lot about who they are, as individuals. Guys, if you go to your explore page and when you tap on the explore page, the search or the explore button on your Instagram, when you tap on that, if on that screen everything you see is cheeks, females twerking, females, showing off, the melons, that's most likely because you follow a lot of women who are twerking, showing off their voluptuous body, their boobs. You did that. Yeah, you did that. You're the person who, showed Instagram or showed TikTok what your interests are. And based upon your interests, based upon, your interaction, you getting on their pages and you leaving comments all the time, or you're double tapping, you're clicking the heart, or you're following, female profile after female profile after female profile. Now when you go to your explore page, the only thing that you are exploring is digital cheeks. The only thing that you're exploring is soft corn, and I want to leave you with a word, because it's very important. You have to understand that you got to reprogram your social media when you're on this journey of semen retention, so you don't relapse and you don't go backwards. See, on your social media, if the only thing that you see is women that are half naked or almost fully nude and promoting soft porn, that's gonna lead you into temptation, and you'll go back to those websites. You'll be back on the hub. You'll be putting in that actress's name that you like to watch all the time, and that's gonna set you back, because you already know what happens when you release your seed. When you're releasing semen, you're losing all of that blood. You're losing those vitamins, those minerals, that zinc, that iron. You're tired. You're not as motivated. You're not encouraged. You're not as enthusiastic. You're lackluster, and you lose shine. So most African American people, that may be Baptists, we read out the King James version of the Bible, and I'm pretty sure there's many different cultures and ethnicities that also read out the King James version of the Bible. But it's something that I want to share with you. Matthew 6:13. This is a good one. It's an old classic, that we always say. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. See, guys, you got to understand, on your social media is filled with temptation. And because of that temptation, it takes you straight to evil. You start having evil practices, because you fill up your social media with, temptation. This is now training your mind to only seek, that type of woman, those low vibrational women, when you're walking around in this matrix. You're training your mind to only think sexual. And as we went over in a previous video, that's a form of adultery. So what happens is when you meet young women out here in this universe, as you're walking around, because you're releasing your seed, you've lost form. That's number one. Number two, you're not masculine. You're not in your masculine frame. So you're very emotional. Your anxiety is extremely high. You're not walking with proper form. So when you meet young women, you're discouraged, you're uncomfortable, you're shy, you don't know what to say, your head is down, your back is not upright, your shoulders aren't together, you're not in proper form. And a lot of this has to do with, our social media. So this is what I want to challenge all of my young kings to do once you get off of this channel. Once you get done watching this video, I want you to go to your social media and go to your Instagram in particular, and go to your Explore page. A way that you can retrain the algorithm of Instagram and reprogram your social media is when you go to your Explore page. If you see a whole bunch of, voluptuous women or women twerking or the things that you've built up through the years that Instagram is now presenting to you, click on that reel. Click on that photo. And once you click on that photo, at the top, there's going to be like 3 dots. When you click on those 3 dots, it's going to give you the option to select if you are interested in photos like this. So Instagram's algorithm can now produce more of those photos, and it's also going to ask you if you are not interested. I need you guys to select not interested. When you select not interested, those photos, you'll see that they will disappear from your Explore page. And go through the entire Explore page and follow that trend until you no longer are seeing those type of photos. Now, also, it's very imperative and important that we let's for a second, let's talk about social media. Social media is a game, guys. To all my kings, this is about leaders and followers. And you have to pick which side you stand on. You either are a leader or you're a follower. You know, a lot of you guys, you know, have like 500 followers, but you're following like 2,000 people. You know, it really doesn't matter if you have 1 million followers, if you have 2 followers. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is, when you're on social media, I mean, if you take a look at most of the women that are promoting those low vibrational frequencies, it's more people following them than the people that they follow. You know, and I guarantee you, if they have 340K followers, 300,000 of them are all men. And us young kings, we gotta understand that we have to reverse that. This is solely for these men that are trying to be on social media. You know, but if you're gonna be on social media, you have to understand that you gotta pick a side. You know, I would rather have 50 people following me and me following 10. You know, because I'm standing in a leadership role. You know, the more people that you are following, the more content you get to see on your timeline. Now, if you're following 2,000 people or 1,000 people, or, you know, 1,500 people, 800 people, you know, as an example, how many of those individuals are the twerkers of the world? How many of those individuals, you know, are the boob bouncers of the world? How many of those individuals, you know, are promoting soft corn through their, you know, fitness regimen, you know, that they claim, you know, that they have? You know, guys, I'm not telling you that not to follow any women on social media. By all means, follow women, but do you need to follow all the baddies? Ask yourself that. How much ass do you need to see? How much bouncing, you know, is needed for you to feel complete on social media? You know, I highly recommend that, you know, if you can go cold turkey on this journey and just completely get off social media altogether, I highly recommend that. But I understand that people use social media for to promote their business. A lot of people use social media because, you know, they want to stay in contact with their family members or what have you. And, you know, that's fully understandable. You know, I understand that social media does keep the world together, keeps you in the know of current news, things like that that's going on in the world. So if you just so happen to have social media, have it, but use it wisely and reprogram and take control. Take control of the things that you see. Take control of the images that appear before you. Take control of the videos that you're watching. You know, because just like how we talked about in the last video, how, you know, watching porn, you become addicted to the dopamine. It's a quick dopamine. So is social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. You know, Snapchat, Twitter or X. All of these different social media sites provide dopamine that you receive, and it's very temporary. You know, it's not something that's gonna last, you know, a long time. You know, I highly recommend that you follow people that inspire you. You know, if you're into fitness and you want to work out, follow people that are into fitness, that are working out. You know, seriously. You know, don't follow, you know, if you're following women that work out, guys, make sure you're following women that work out that have something to offer. You know, because a lot of these women, they manipulate the social media sites and they promote their bodies. And, you know, now it's not even like a gym channel. Now it's more like soft corn. You know, and they do that in a multitude of ways. You know, there's extremely beautiful women that have like YouTube and Instagram pages and TikTok pages where they're cooking food. But, you know, do they have proper uniform on when they're cooking? No. You know, they cooking in a sports bra, you You know, they bouncing, they twerking, you know, while they cook, you know, because they're trying to bring attention to what they're doing. This, you know, I'm not, no disrespect to those women. I'm not saying that their food isn't good, that they can't cook. But this video and this message is solely for the guys that are on this journey of semen retention. You got to understand, like, if you haven't mastered holding your seed in, all of these type of influencers are gonna be bad and detrimental to your health, because they're gonna cause you to relapse. If you know you don't have that strength and that power, you know, if you don't have that strength and that power to look at social media and at the same time know that you're not going to release your semen, then these are influencers that you need to unfollow right now. Because like I said, we do not want to be led into temptation. When we're led into temptation, you know, it influences us to do evil things. And that's how you end up back on those corn sites. That's how you end up, you know, doing things that you regret. You know, so I highly recommend, guys, that we reprogram our social media accounts. You know, go through your social media accounts. If you follow Nike, look at how many people Nike follow. Everybody following them. They ain't following a whole bunch of people. You know, you either a leader or you a follower, and you gotta pick what side that you stand on. If you a leader, then lead. Be a man. You know, don't follow. Don't be following 3,000 people, but out of the 3,000, only 200 of them follow you. That's putting you in the follow category. That's not masculine. You know, women are leaders, but women are also followers. They are our companions. They come from our rib. Adam was put here first. You were put here to lead. And anytime you do not lead, you are chastised by the Most High. So you got to stand on business. Again, man, this message is for the young kings out there on the semen retention journey. Like I said, the message and the title of the video is to reprogram, you know, your social media accounts. Reprogram, you know, your social media while practicing semen retention. You know, that's all I got for you today. It's Tyrias the realest. Like I said, comment, like, subscribe. I'm out.